Borderline, well, God, I have a lot to say about Borderline, and I'm going to start off with the writing of the music. This one came from the late summer, early fall of 1991. God Street Wine, we were still living in Manhattan. This was before we moved up to our band house in Westchester, in Ossining. And I distinctly remember our Manhattan rehearsal studio in the West 20s, where we used to play all the time. And that was where the writing and early rehearsals for Borderline took place. And Borderline, as far as the music, was very influenced by Paul Simon's album, The Rhythm of the Saints, which came out in the summer, I believe, of that year. I may be wrong, but it had just recently come out, I think, and had a lot of world music type grooves on it. And that also got everybody thinking of his previous world music influenced album, Graceland, which was, of course, a huge hit from the late 80s. And You Can Call Me Al was really a big influence on Borderline, which Borderline in its first incarnation was a very much sort of quasi-African township upbeat groove. And it was based on a riff that went like this. And we had, I think, me playing that on guitar and also John playing it on a synth that had a real synthy sound similar to the synth patch from Van Halen's Jump. That's just what we did. It was kind of strange for our genre, but that's what we did. Dun, 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 dun. And then Tama was playing this, kind of quasi-African groove. Sort of halfway between Four on the Floor and Double Time, and it was all very sort of polyrhythmic. And that was the arrangement the first few times we played Borderline. And I don't remember why. At some point, we just said to ourselves, or I just said, what if we take the same chords and lyrics and melody and just play it as a simple bluegrassy tune? And we did that. And maybe it was for one of our acoustic sets at some point, but we did that, and that ended up being the way we always played it from that point on. And I think the reason it was just easier. It was easier and much more comfortable to play it as a straight bluegrass tune than to do this very intricate polyrhythmic stuff, which was hard to do. It was hard to pull off. It was particularly hard for me to play that syncopated guitar part and sing the vocal at the same time. Playing it as a bluegrass song was just much, much easier. But for the curious, I know that you can go on archive.org and find early versions of us performing it in that more polyrhythmic, funky style. But anyway, we sort of left that original arrangement behind, and we just pretty much played it as a bluegrass tune. As far as the lyrics, it's me, mirror, mirror on the wall. Well, Snow White, obviously. I thought I knew it all. Now I see I never stopped to listen. Well, that's me just acknowledging that I do tend to be a know-it-all and to have an ego. And periodically I have to hang back and say, okay, yeah, I need to just chill out and listen to other people sometimes. And periodically, I have to even write a song to remind myself to do that. And and then I've been measuring the October days, that I don't remember if it was actually fall when I wrote the song, but October to me is always the time when, summer's gone, the weather is colder, the leaves are falling, you're kind of bracing for winter, and it's just a more difficult time of the year. Summer's easy, springtime's beautiful, life is coasting, life is beautiful at those times. But then, measuring the October days means just kind of bracing myself for harder times. And the chorus of the song, also I have to say something about that. So come on in, we're starting over, put down your money and be like us. So come on in and show your friends, put down your money and be like us. Well, this was an example of me cannibalizing and recycling a tune I'd written years earlier. And so I need to tell you that when we were in high school, Tomo and I had a band called the Lucky Charms. And it was an all-original band, and I wrote most of the songs, and Tomo wrote some of them. And we were extremely influenced by the Talking Heads, as well as the King Crimson albums that featured Adrian Belew. Those were our influences. And so we had a funky song in E minor, and it had a riff like this. And the chorus went like this. So come on in, we're starting over. Put down your money and be like us. And, you know, it was very Talking Heads derived, and just kind of forgot about all the original songs from that band. I eventually just kind of threw in the garbage because, you know, they were just sort of like the songwriting efforts of an earlier me, of my adolescence. But every once in a while, I'd just kind of go into that garbage bin and find something I liked, and those lyrics I liked. And so when I was writing Borderline, I just stuck them in there for the chorus, and they worked. And, you know, it's like the biggest sing-along part of all the God Street Wine repertoire, of all our songs. Those words are the ones that the audience likes to sing along, and I love that. You know, I don't even know what they mean, really. Come on in, we're starting over. What are we starting over? I don't know. But it's, you know, it's a sense of renewal. We're starting something over. We got to renew ourselves, if that makes any sense at all. And Borderline has a strange form. It has a 4-part form. So part 1, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Part 2 is Feels Like So Long Since I've Been Healing. Part 3 is But It's So Easy. And part 4 is that chorus, So Come On In, We're Starting Over. And so we work our way through those 4 sections 3 times, and that's the song. So yeah, started life as a Paul Simon derived African groove. Then it became a sort of electric bluegrass song with God Street Wine. And here's the solo acoustic version with me playing and singing in E. Well, mirror, mirror on the wall, you know I thought I knew it all, but now I see I never stopped to listen. I've been measuring the October days, forgetting what the radio plays, and wondering if there's something I am missing. Feels like so long since I've been lying. Feels like so long since I've been crying to myself. Feels like so long since I've been trying to lay my troubles on somebody else. But it's so easy to run away into that other world of mine. And it's so easy to take a little step across the borderline. So come on in, we're starting over. Put down your money and be like us. So come on in, show your friends. Put down your money and be like us. Well, a prophet without honor speaks and whiles away the lonely weeks, and knows that all his fellow men are laughing. So you wanna be a movie star and drive a big red fancy car and weave between the fallen statues crashing. Feels like so long since I've been healing. Feels like so long since I've been feeling alright. Feels like so long since I've been stealing away from you and out into the night. But it's so easy to run away into that other world of mine. And it's so easy to take a little step across the borderline. So come on in, we're starting over. Put down your money, be like us. So come on in and show your friends. Put down your money, be like us. Can't expect for you to wait. The cavalry has come too late, and I'm, after all, a human being. I'm gonna wait here for the sun to rise. Take a dagger, cut out both my eyes, 'cause I can't fight against the things I'm seeing. Maybe someday you will see me, and maybe someday you will need me, but I don't know when. Maybe someday you will free me and pull me across the borderline again. But it's so easy to run away into that other world of mine. And it's so easy to take a little step across the borderline. So come on in, we're starting over. Put down your money and be like us. So come on in and show your friends. Put down your money and be like us. So come on in, we're starting over. Put down your money and be like us. So come on in and show your friends. Put down your money and be like us. Oh, I forgot to say one more thing. Madonna also has a song called Borderline, and it actually is from earlier than my Borderline, I believe. I did not realize this at the time I wrote a song called Borderline. Every once in a while, people would see it in our set list and be like, oh, you're covering Madonna. Well, we actually did cover Madonna. Sometimes we used to play Express Yourself, but we never played the Madonna song Borderline. Little source of confusion there. Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.